court is now in session. How's it going? Please be seated. Please be seated. Hope everybody's doing good. It's fucking Friday. What's up, Bree? First one in the chat. That's tight. Hope everyone's doing good. We got a great show for you today. Embarrassed at school. Doesn't have to be the most embarrassing thing, but that's really what I want to hear about. Order in the court. Absolutely. I'd love to hear about the most embarrassing thing that happened to you at school. I've had some fucking doozies. I can tell you that I've had some. But I'm hoping I don't have to whip those out, you know? New TikTok comp just dropped earlier today. Who watched it? Live on YouTube and Facebook right now. New TikTok comp. Go ahead and call in. Tell me your embarrassed at school story. Number is 540-583-4464. That is 540-JUDGING. Oh, shit. Thanks for the sub, Mike. You absolutely have the longest streak on the channel. That is 15 months. That has to be the longest streak. Yo, also, guess what? That puts us at fucking... It's not updating on my screen, but that's 16 or 17 subs now, I gotta tell you. So we are... right there, close to the goal. Very close to meeting our subscriber goal on Twitch if anybody's trying to sub. Great time to do it. Can I just write mine? You can write it and I'll read it, but it would be way better if you would call. So it's up to you. Plus, if you call, you can remain anonymous. If you type it, it's hooked up right to your Facebook right there, partner. But yes, we do read stories from chat. Hey, thanks for the gifted sub, Mike. I don't know why some of these alerts are set to my old ones. I probably fucked some shit up. I think this is the first topic I might not have a story for. Never been embarrassed at school. That's shocking. That's shocking. Drew's never been to school. That's the only possible way that's happened. That's for sure the most I've ever had. For sure an all-time sub high, I gotta tell you. What's up, Gino? Raise my wolves. Yo, it's been a lot for me. I fucking... One time the girl I liked and I were like boyfriend, girlfriend. This is like 3rd grade. And she wrote me like a little note breaking up with me. And I balled it up and I threw it on one of the overhangs of the school, and the wind blew it down, and some kid I fucking hated found it and read it and knew what it was right away, and it was a living nightmare. Absolutely. Oh, I just started sweating thinking about it right now. Call in with your embarrassing school stories, 540-583-4464. Man, I've got caught with some doozies. I'll wait till we're into the show, but I have one from high school that is absolutely horrendous. What it do, baby? Yeah, I seen oh, we're getting a call. Oh, it's Drew. No, Joe, it's Mike. It has to be no. Oh, 4 calls total. It's not Drew.
Story.
What's up, Mike? How's it going, dog?
What's are we on right now?
Absolutely.
All right, I got a story I'm going to share. All right, this was back in elementary school. So were you only doing high school or is elementary school
no,
cool?
Any school is fine. I'll also take work. Work is fine too.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, anyways. And this is a story that gave me like a lifelong, like, I don't want to shit in public anymore, okay? Elementary school, I went to Beitzel, and do you know, like, you know how they have, like, the special classes for, like, the, not necessarily, like, special ed, but it was for, like, the people who were, like, going through it and either had, like, some weird, like, medical shit happen to them, or they were just, like, from, like, kind of intense, like, broken homes, and it was just, like, I think at Smedberg it was called like Crossroads, just the worst name that you could name a program like that. But anyway, so I'm in like second grade. I'm taking a shit, and I already hate pooping in public. One of those kids walks into the bathroom, and I'm taking a shit, and he's like, "Hey, you taking a dump in there?" And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, because it was like one of those weird kids, you know. And I was like, and my head was like, "You're not supposed to fucking talk to somebody when they're taking a shit." And I was like, yeah. And he just fucking laughed and walked out. And it was, even though it's, you know, perfectly natural to take a shit, it was the most like embarrassing thing. And after that, I just hated taking a shit in public. Would like wait super long time. Just hold it until I got home, you know. Horrible.
Oh man, that's like honestly like the scariest. That's the main thing you're scared of when you're shitting at school is someone busting in or talking to you at all. Plus, it is like my main normal public bathroom fear that people know I'm in there shitting. Like I know we're all in there to shit, but if they hear me shitting, they can't even see my face and I'm embarrassed. Like something about it is so scary.
Yeah, you know, and it's dumb. That's not something you should be shameful of, right? Everybody poops.
And now as an adult, when you need to poop in public and you don't, do you get like a tummy ache? Is it a tummy ache for sure?
Oh no, see, when you go to actually maybe Drew could tell you about this. When you go to jail and you're in like the 120-man dorm, all the bathrooms, all the shitters, there's no private shitters. It's just shitters. There's lines of them, and they face each other. So you're just like looking at sitting right across from you taking a shit when you're taking a shit. So I don't give a fuck about taking a shit now.
Wow, that's incredible. So you were scarred for life as a child, and then due to exposure in jail, you overcame your fears. That's pretty big. They say that the like jail system doesn't reform people, but you got pretty much fixed. You can poop wherever now.
I poop just with confidence. Whatever kind of poop it is, whatever may come, just go handle it. Not afraid anymore.
Well, that's kind of a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you know, I'm not like one of like there's like some old timers who would be in there and like literally be like talking to people while they're shitting. Like, no, hell no, we're not doing that, right?
I could full on make eye contact and talk to someone while I was shitting. That's fine. I'd rather do that with someone I know than a stranger hear me shitting from outside the stall.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, man. Thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Poop one of these days.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for the subs too.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care, man. I almost just said happy Friday. Am I turning into someone that sucks? It almost came right out of my mouth.
It is a happy Friday.
See you later, dude. Brother. It is a good Friday. I don't say happy Friday, but it's the last show of the week. We're all popping off. Let's go. I think we got some stories in the chat. I'm not going to tell this story, but I did accidentally shit on the bathroom floor at school. Man, that's a pretty juicy morsel to just be a one-liner, I got to tell you. Here's the thing. We're all at school so much, and you have to poop at school. It's unavoidable. The person you are in love with is there. Your worst enemy is there. And sometimes during the day, you're going to have to shit. It's a terrible combination of things that can happen. And it's nerve-wracking every day. Ever shit in the school. It's so dirty. What is the toilet situation like in India, Beastie Boy? Can you tell me that? Bro has to tell the story. What the fuck? We were picking teams for soccer and I got picked. I was happy that I was on the same team as my cousin and I ran and jumped and she just dropped me instead of belly flopped. I did a back flop on the gym floor and I laughed it off and was still laughing about it. That doesn't sound so bad. You were right not to call about that. So I appreciate your own self-awareness, but that sucks. Falling at school is something else too. I've dropped some people at school. I was like twice the size of everybody I knew in high school. So, and now. And so like you'd be chilling in the gym or whatever. People would try to jump on me all the time. Hi, I'm here this time again. What's up, dog? Nice to see you. I have to poop right now. Don't hold it. Don't wait. Always go poop. Never shit back in school. That's wild. I know damn well I'm not the only one who leaned over the toilet instead of sitting down. Okay, so you're saying that you tried to hover over the toilet and that made you accidentally shit on the floor. Well, that's commendable. And honestly, it wouldn't even really bother me that much unless it like got on my pants or shoes. If I just saw shit hit the floor, I would just I would just pull up my pants and leave. I go to a private school, but the floor I'm on is so nasty. The floor above me is so clean. Even they have a locked door, but the teacher never allowed us to go up. Damn. They got you guys on lockdown in the private school. Poop lockdown. That's wild. Embarrassed at school stories. Feel free to call in on any of our last topics too, honestly. Fired, dating apps, roommates, you name it. Anything we've talked about, feel free to call in. You can call in on any issue you need a judge for. I'm here to judge. The topic is just a suggestion. Always put a layer of toilet paper down on the seat. I gotta be honest, I don't do that. I know you should, but I don't. What number do I call? Great question, Dylan. Please call. The number is 540-583-4464. If you are an international caller, you probably got to put a 1 right here. 1-540-583-4464. That's 540 judging for a call. And I look forward to hearing from you, Dylan. Oh, here's another story in the chat. All right. I was in science class, 8th grade. I was sitting between two really hot girls, both named Samantha. I had to shit so bad, but I had a boner. I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom. I was stuck. Sounds like a sticky situation. I wouldn't say embarrassing yet. Did this all come to a head? Oh, we're getting a call. This is a fresh caller, someone who's never called the show. That's a great kind. All right, I'm going to hop in without the screener. You're in Judge Meatball's court. How can I help you?
Judge Meatball, it's an honor to talk to you. By the way, I am a great fan of all of your videos, and thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you so much.
So, I guess the embarrassing story about me starts in middle school. I think it was 3rd grade, or elementary school, 3rd grade. And I had some sort of embarrassing thing happen to me, which I don't remember what it was.
Mentally blocked. That, you know what that means? It was really bad.
Must have been. Well, that's the thing, though, is I really think it was some minute thing, looking back on it. And I don't know why I did what I did later. Like, what will come up in the story. So what happened was, for some reason, I was upset at this person. And
did I lose you? Oh, yeah, he just terminated the call. Yo, we're never gonna know. I was on the edge of my seat. Well, he was mad at someone. That's what we know. So, yeah, you know what's crazy is that it's the first time that's happened. I was peeing and suddenly my friend came in. I was trying to see my dick. I immediately closed my pants and the pee went above the urinal. Yo, in high school, I pissed above the stall wall onto my friend that was shitting in there. and he came out and tried to fight me like straight up, justifiably. He wasn't wrong for that. Sustained, but got him, you know. Yo, I wonder what just happened to that guy. Sounded like his phone dropped and then he was gone. Hope he wasn't driving. Don't call the show if you're driving unless no one else is calling like right now. If you're driving, then you have a pass to call. But normally if someone's on the line, don't risk it. Don't die on hold. Oh, okay. I think he's calling back right now. Hey boss, we got you back.
Oh shit, this is another dude, man. This ain't even the guy that you had earlier.
Oh, you know what? Even better. How's it going, boss?
Good, good. How about you, brother?
I'm doing great.
Oh yeah, so I got a fired story recently, a couple weeks ago.
Awesome, awesome. Congratulations on being recently unemployed.
Fuck yeah, I mean I just got a job pretty quick, but
Oh, that's good.
funny though. But anyways, I've been in the service industry for like 12 years. Been a chef for a good like 4 or 5 years, running kitchens and stuff. Oh my god, anyways, my phone was acting weird. But yeah, so anyways, recently I got fired. I was running this little taco shop type of deal for this dude. Anyways, this owner's like a youngster, 25-year-old owner, you know, daddy gave him money to own the fucking business.
Fuck. Sounds like a terrible boss to
knows
have.
nothing about the business. But yeah. Long story short, I called him a bitch when he wasn't even at work. He heard on the cameras that I called him a bitch. You know, we've all called our boss a bitch. He called his boss a bitch in the past, you know. The kid couldn't handle it, came and had a meeting with me, and we had a yelling match because he was a 25-year-old and couldn't deal with it. And proceeded to fire me. Well, we got in a fist fight. I put him on his ass. And long story short, we worked in a place with a lot of security, so I got kind of thrown the fuck out. Pretty bad too. I'm a little guy too, so I got like tossed out.
Yo, you live the dream
Well,
though.
very-
That's everyone's dream quitting story is like my boss fired me and I beat the fuck out of them. Like even if you got beat up by security afterwards, 100%
I still got my
worth
ass beat though, yeah.
Yeah, 100% worth it.
Yeah, pretty funny though. So you know, people out there that their boss is putting them down, you know, fuck that. Call them a bitch. If they're being a bitch, they're a bitch.
Yo, he says fuck that, throw hands. I like it, man. I like it. You're in the right. And I'm glad to hear you fucking got a new job right away too. Apparently that shit doesn't go on your permanent record. Hope you didn't use him for a reference.
Yeah, nah. But like your content, man. Keep it up and fuck yeah.
Thanks a lot, bro. Thanks for calling. That's a great story. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too, bro.
Ooh, and we got the caller back too. We got a good story in between, and we got the other caller back. Here it is. How's it going, bro? Thanks for calling back.
Hey, I am so sorry for dropping that call.
Oh,
I am
no
in
problem.
the middle of nowhere of Minnesota and like just bumfuck nowhere.
Damn.
So it might drop again, but I am gonna do the story really quickly. It's an elementary school story, and some kid was making fun of me, and I was crying in class, so I got sent to the counselor's office, and then they asked me why I was crying because I went to the bathroom. And the reason that I lied was, I don't know, it was kind of an intimidation thing because
Yeah,
I was
kids
in the
lie when they
stall,
get
and
bullied.
then
They
I
don't want to
hear-
talk about it.
Well, it's not even that. It's more like the counselor. I heard her footsteps walking down the hallway. She was always known for wearing high heels. I was warned about this. Like I was third grade, so a 9-year-old that I knew about this. I knew about her high heel walking clicks, like click, 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 on the laminated concrete floor of an elementary school. And I hear that while I'm in the stall and whatever, and she comes in and talks to me in the boys' room, and then I lied. Is a thing. Is I forget why I was crying in the stall, or why this kid was making fun of me, but I made up the lie that he was making fun of me because my dad died. My dad died of the truth, but I lied that he was doing it. And I'm not going to bring up the person's name, but then I continued to lie is a thing. And
You just
it's
doubled
really
down? He got in trouble and they talked
I
to you about it and you
doubled
just doubled down?
Exactly. That's the screwed up part about all of this. And, you know, I really don't know where this guy is now. Like, I'm doing great, but it's at least twice a week in my adulthood I wonder where this kid is now.
Wow,
'Cause
twice a
last I
week is
know
pretty
is-
drastic. That's a lot of guilt you're carrying around. You probably feel good even talking about it right now. So how much trouble did this kid get in?
I don't know. It was elementary school. It was the counselor. So, like, this is outside the school room teacher, right? Like, it's my only experience with the counselor in my entire, like, you know, primary or secondary school experience.
Wow. Well, you know what?
So-
I got to tell you that as I would advise anyone to always double down on a lie. Like, they can only really, like, unless they have stone cold proof, they can only catch you in this lie if you admit it. Always double down on the lie.
I guess
Stick to your guns, right to their face, lie until like, otherwise it's always an unknown. Until someone gives a confession, it's an unknown.
Well, I guess it's kind of like the start of the explanation where I doubled down and he got in trouble. That's all. And we were best friends at the time. For some reason, I put his name. Yeah, right? It's fucked up, right? And now it's 20 years later, and I'm still thinking about it. And last time I looked him up, I was a junior in high school. So that was 8 years ago. And he was in prison.
Oh, fuck. So I'm not going to say that's your fault, but
I feel so guilty.
no, don't feel guilty. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. When you were in 3rd grade, you told that lie to save your own feelings. You were already upset and you told that lie so you didn't get more upset. So don't go on now for another 18 years after that feeling guilty about it. You were trying to save your own feelings. Do it. The lie's been told. You can't unring the bell. Just feel better about it and save your own feelings. Just go for it.
So I remember what caused all of this. He made fun of my ring. And that ring my grandmother gave me. Which it wasn't connected to my dead father, whatever. But it was connected to my grandmother. And like I wore it one day. First day he makes fun of me. Yeah, I was very upset about that, and as you know, I'm a 9-year-old 3rd grader. I looking back on it, I shouldn't have done that, but I was a kid.
Well,
Whatever.
I'm sure you taught him a lesson. Great job, bro. Thanks for calling in. I hope you feel better. I hope that you just got that off your chest. Because guess what? He was in jail. His life was going to go bad anyways. You didn't fuck him up. Just hope he's still alive and call it good.
I really do hope so.
All
this
right,
is some
bro.
therapy, and this did not make me feel better. Have a great day. I enjoy your videos so much.
Have a great day. Thanks a lot, bro. I
Goodbye.
appreciate it.
I love you.
Feel bad that he didn't feel better. I wanted to let him off the hook so bad. All right, Johnny's calling in. Let's go. Let me take one sip of water. I'm figuring out I got to sit still during these calls for clips. So I need to drink my water and smoke this blunt in between. All right. Johnny, thanks for holding, dog. You're on with the meatball.
What is up, Judge?
Good evening.
Damn, all right, Dracula. So I got it's like a halfway embarrassing story for me because I'm not really ashamed, but I know that the other party in this story would be pretty ashamed. But I'm gonna change her name to Katie, just because.
That's fair.
So I was in high school, and Katie and I had already had history in middle school. My friends that had been dating in middle school invited us over at the same time to try to hook us up together. but Katie was just not a good looking girl. And I was completely uninterested.
Okay.
And they kept on trying to push this on to me, and like they were like, "Come on, bro, just kiss her, just like make out with her." And this is in like the 6th grade, and I was like, "No, it's not. It's just not happening. Y'all are barking up the wrong fucking tree today." And I wasn't the best looking kid in 6th grade. I was a little chubby. I had some braces, you know what I mean? But I knew my fucking worth. Like I was the caterpillar in a cocoon. And like I was just growing. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
like that.
I wasn't gonna like down my fucking rep, you know. Fuck that shit. So cut to 9th grade, and we are both going to the same high school. And we didn't go to the same middle school, so I didn't see her for a couple of years. We were just friends on Facebook or whatever, and maybe see each other summer in between then because we were in the same friend group at like a water park or something, but never close enough to carry interest in one another or even talk to each other. And we got to the point where we were both going to the same school. And he was kind of in the same friend group as me, but not really. We were like both on the outskirts of the friend groups, like, you know what I mean? And on different ends of the spectrum. But so one day there was a football game that we were all going to, and I was a poor fucking kid, bro. Like, no, very poor kid. Like, you get one pair of shoes a year, and that's what lasts you.
Yeah.
And I ended up losing my fucking shoes. So I had been wearing a pair of house shoes to school for like a month and a half. And it was like literally my only pair of shoes was a pair of fucking house shoes. And I didn't give a fuck. So I show up to this football game, and she's there, and a couple of my other friends are with her, and they're all kind of intoxicated. So they went to my friend's house who lived like right by the football stadium, and then came back. But I didn't know anything about it. You know, go figure. I showed up, and I'm there, and then they're all there, and then she just kind of started talking shit to me. And she's like, "Why are you even here?" And I was like, looking around, and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" She's like, "I'm talking to you, dude. Why are you here?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't even know what the fuck to say to this right now." Like, I was completely flabbergasted. I was like, "What the fuck? Who are you?" Like, yo, this is some residual energy from 3 years ago coming out. You know what I mean? So eventually, she keeps it up. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm not. I am now, but at the moment, I wasn't a confrontational person. I was scared of confrontation. So I got up and I started walking away, and she followed me. And when she followed me, like 16 other kids got up at the same fucking time and followed her, following me. Because I guess they just like, their ears perked like fucking dogs on the hunt for drama, I guess. And they all just fucking followed in a group. And I was like, ah, fuck. And so I go to walk at it, and she basically cuts me off, and like she jumps in front of me, and she's like, "Where do you think you're fucking going? I was talking to you." And I was like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck?" I was like, "Why? Like, what's good, bro? Why are you doing this right now?" And she's like, "Well, why are you wearing house shoes to school?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, that is completely uncalled for." And like the whole crowd of kids around was like, "Ooh," you know what I mean? And they're fucking hyping her up. And like I'm getting fucking roasted, and I'm getting fucking annoyed at this time. And I was like, "Why are you trying to talk to me whenever the fuck I curved you already, and you're up in my face like you didn't try to fucking get at me?" And everybody was like, "Oh shit!" And she was like, "No, that didn't happen." I was like, "Oh really?" And my friend that was like trying to hook us up together was like front and fucking center in the crowd. And I was like, "Oh really?" And I looked at him and was like, "Is that true, Victor?" And then he was like, and he's like, "Yeah, we kind of tried to get y'all together." And you said, "No." Like, I mean, it got to the point where everybody was like running away laughing and then coming back, because there was just uncontrollable laughter for everybody at that time. And I basically won like the encounterment, but I still had to wear the fucking same house shoes to school for like another month until Christmas time, dude. So I like, it was like I lost the war. I won the battle, but I lost the fucking war, because then I had to show up the next fucking Monday in the same goddamn house shoes.
You were ready to pop off probably too. As soon as anybody said something, you were probably ready to talk shit to them. It's crazy that she like went
No
after
doubt,
you.
though.
She essentially like tried to corner you about this shit. That's crazy.
I guess it was just her attempt at like hitting on me. I don't know. Maybe she was just being aggressive. And the funny thing is that later on in life, at like I want to say our senior year of high school, we ended up working at the same Sonic together. She ended up dating my best friend. We became really close friends, and she let me use her fucking car. I took my mom to bingo in her car one night. Like, yeah, man, it's really weird. We don't talk anymore now because I'm married, and I don't talk to females like that. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy ride, dude. We were actually we ended on a good note.
Yeah, that encounter was like an actual telling of a nightmare that a lot of people could have, but then it kind of had a happy ending. You ended up best friends on skates. Like, that's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Well, I was a cook. She was a skate. So yeah, definitely.
Well, damn. That I felt it. I felt the embarrassment right now. My heart started pounding while you were telling that story. Thanks for calling, bro.
Man, you know what? I appreciate that, and I will continue calling because I have so many fucking stories for
Hell
any
yeah,
genre
I
you
appreciate
put
it.
on.
Can't wait. Thanks for calling in, and I look forward to hearing from you again, dude.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good night.
Yo, that actually did kind of get scary for me. Yo, thanks, Girth Brooks. What a dope name. Thanks for the sub. Twitch sub too. So anybody Prime sub, anybody that's watching on Twitch, drop a Prime sub. It's for free. It's for free. You get one a month. Yo, that was wild. Thanks for the couple people that sent stars too. Thanks, Bree. Who else sent stars? I keep forgetting to mention it during calls. Here, Haley, if you're still watching, thanks for sending stars, dog. Big ups. People say big ups. I've never said it. Under rolls. Man. That was scary to imagine, like a girl that you kind of like and you think like it's going like you're gonna go meet up and it's maybe gonna finally happen with her, and then she like straight up starts to bully you. Like that is so scary. That is so scary. I'm drinking Crystal Light. I saw someone ask why I had red water. I'm drinking a Crystal Light. The thing about hearing embarrassing stories like this, here's the thing, like I never feel empathy for almost anyone except for an embarrassing moment like that, or if I see someone like bombing on stage. Those two things, like a really embarrassing thing or someone bombing on stage, that it'll make me feel like it's happening to me. Like it's beyond empathy. Like I'm feeling it. Like I'm fucking feel. I think that's what empathy is, but like it feels like it's happening to me in here. So like shit, like even right when she was telling that story, my heart was like boom, 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 boom. Embarrassing stories at school or at work. 540-583-4464. One time when I was in the 4th grade, I wore my hair up in a mohawk to school, and I had like a Raider shirt and a mohawk, and I was like, this is gonna be cool. And everybody was like, hey man, that's pretty cool. And they thought it was going good. And then the teacher was like, all right, it's getting kind of distracting for everybody now. How about you go in the bathroom and wash it out? And I was like, well, I don't think that's really fair. Obviously, my mom spent a lot of hard work and effort on this mohawk. And he was like, no, go wash it out. And just a little bit of Ray's voice had me like something about it had my eyes instantly tearing up. So I went outside, and instead of going to the bathroom, I just stood outside the class and I just started fucking crying. 4th grade, guess what? You're like fucking 10 years old. Like that's bigger than little. So I'm like crying, bro, crying. And he must have heard me or seen me out there, because the teacher came out and he was like, hey man, what are you crying for? It's not, Raider fans don't cry. Don't cry. You can leave your hair, bro. Just get back in the class. And then like in my head, I tried to play it off like I was fake crying to get out of trouble. But like, I can honestly say, since I'm under oath and in this courtroom, like I was full on crying, real bad crying. Oh, that actually didn't feel good talking about right now either. How do you guys call in and talk about this shit? I didn't feel good. But you know what? In between calls, I'll just share my own. I still have like a really bad one. So like, hope I want to be a writer in my old age, and I love that I can engage people as a storyteller. You did it, Johnny. You did it. Journey. I don't know why. Some of these words just come out of my mouth so sideways. Girth Brooks, I dyed my hair pink when I was like 16. I went to dinner with my mom and sister, and the waitress asked, "What would you ladies like?" It hurt deep. Yeah, I obviously have a really weird Muppet or cartoon voice. Like, this is obviously not a regular voice you hear every day. So when I was younger, like before it was this weird voice, I had an even weirder voice. And when I would answer the phone, the worst thing you could say to a boy, like a 12-year-old boy, is people would think I was a girl ready to fucking, ooh, it'll have you hot on a regular ass phone call. Excuse me, girl, is your, like, whatever, however they address me. They didn't say girl like that, but like as soon as someone thought I was a girl, I would be so upset, bro. So upset. Quick shout out to the cannabis sponsor of this show, Delta Breeze Cannabis by the Island Cannabis Company. Can't get much better than having a weed sponsor for a show. If you are anywhere in California, drop me a DM and we will get this shit in a club near you. I promise. So Delta Breeze Cannabis, Island Cannabis Company. Look it up. I'm smoking it. That's pretty much as good. Yeah, I don't know. That's the type of ad read you can get if you send me some free weed. So think about it. Telemarketers mistake me for a girl when I was hitting puberty. Shit sucked. Hell yeah, bro. It hurts. It hurts. That's right, brother. Weed. Yeah, we got all kinds of crazy weed over here. I'm about to go get some more tomorrow. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Thanks for dropping in, Cameron. You said you had a story for a roommate story, right? I saw you say on Facebook you had a roommate story. Oh, holy shit. I saw you say on Facebook you had a roommate story on the clip from the roommate episode. So if you want to call in with your roommate story, Cameron, go ahead. 540-583-4464. If you guys didn't know, that's 540 judging. Call in. I'll judge you. The best part of this shit is I am not fit to judge anyone. Like it's like almost an ironic concept because I'm a piece of shit, but we're in it together now. Let me talk some shit about you. Congrats on what? Not sounding like a girl anymore. I guess being mistaken for a girl in person is probably considerably more upsetting than getting mistaken for a girl on the phone. Oh, congrats on the sponsor. Oh, absolutely. I have a second sponsor too, Mountain. I think their full name is Mountain Global, but really a great company. They sent me a fucking awesome keyboard. They're sending me some more components for it too. I'll do a better ad read for them later. I don't want to undersell it, but really a couple of great sponsors for the show so far. Trying to keep it going. It does cost a little bit of money to fucking run this show. The program, the screens, the calls cost like, I don't know, like $5 or $6 an episode. So, and I have to smoke weed during the episode. So it all costs money. That was before I even had tits. That's, hey, now don't you fucking talk down on our judge like that. That's funny. It's all self-love in here. Yo, that quitting story that we got in the middle of that was pretty crazy. Got fired and beat the shit out of his boss. Pretty good. That's like half the premise to horrible bosses. You know what's remarkable? This is officially the 9th episode of this show. I have heard some stone cold crazy stories in those 9 episodes so far. Like I have heard probably 5 of the craziest stories in my life in the last 3 weeks. And it's a great feeling. That's why I'm begging you fools to call in because I am living high off these stories. It is crazy to hear some of the shit you guys have been telling me. So share it with the world, you know? Don't be selfish with your crazy story. I'll tell mine. Nobody's calling yet, so I'll tell mine. I got caught having sex at high school. That was not great. Pretty embarrassing. Not by like a huge group of people, just by one of my good friends and the teacher that was in charge of the room I was snuck around in. So like he had to keep it quiet because I had a key to this room that I wasn't supposed to have a key to. So like he was about to get in as much trouble as me, but like, oh man, caught by a teacher, naked, straight up. First of all, naked too. You know how stupid you have to be fucking naked somewhere you're not supposed to be fucking. Like, oh God. But I was, oh dude, so bad. I'm starting to feel bad right now. How much trouble were you in? Luckily there was like a little bit of leverage because the teacher was about to be in trouble too. So I just got removed from the class. The class was actually like about video editing and shit, like studio shit too. So it was like everything I actually use now the only thing I ever learned in school, I got taken out of that class. I used to do a fucking weather report. Like we had like a school news show once a week and I would do like a weather report, which was all fake. Like I would just put up a green screen weather map and stand in front of it and basically just improv jokes for like 5 minutes and then send it back to the news. It was pretty tight, but then that all went out the windy when I got caught. And then, so basically nothing that bad happened from it except for me and that girl broke up. Never, that was actually the last time we ever had sex, I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking back. And oh, also my wrestling coach was in the same department as this dude that caught me. So even though I didn't get in trouble with the school, I had still a little bit of recompense on my own time. Bro, it was fucking scary. Scary. Oh, followage. What's that command? You want to know how many followers I have, Beastie Boy? I got 74K on Facebook. Less than 200 on Twitch, I'm pretty sure still. Like 6K on Twitter, 32K on Instagram. It's not enough to get a call in. It's not enough to get somebody to call right now and tell me a story. But yeah, I do have some followers, I guess. You mean they caught you masturbating? Oh boy, I wish. I would have rather I'd been alone because there would have still been less repercussions overall. If he'd caught me just masturbating in there, he probably would have just been like, don't be fucking weird, bro. And I'd have been like, all right. You're meant to be on camera. Yo, that little TV news shit we did in school was so tight. Like they bought us all like the best editing shit, like Premiere Pro, good ass computer. They bought like good ass cameras, DSLRs and shit, like fucking idiots like me using them. Like they put it in the hands of nobody, like kids. But then, I would go out and I'd shoot shit. Like I would do traffic in the school parking lot, shit like that. It was actually really tight. And people really liked it and they were actually bummed when I stopped doing it, and I was bummed too. But also like when I would go to house parties for like years after that, locally people would be like, hey, are you the guy that did the thing? And I was like, yeah, that's me. Like, so that was always good for me too. Sorry, I gotta fuck with this fucking shit. Lines are open. Go ahead and call right in. Get right on air. 540-583-4464. Please tell something crazier than me getting caught banging at school, because I know that's happened to a lot of people. It's Friday. We can't have a short episode on Friday. I'm not just going to wrap it up after a few calls on Friday because the crazy story is out there. We are going to hear a really crazy story soon. Like we're building to it. So we cannot stop now. I can't do it. Hello, Marie. Well, Marie Morrow, thanks for liking the stream. Yo, thanks for anybody that's interacting with my shit on Facebook. They signed me up for Facebook bonus, and as soon as they did it, all my shit got basically no traffic. So, like, people are saying they're not getting my alerts for shit. But thanks for interacting with my shit. It's the only thing that's gonna help bring it back. Keep it going. Spaghetti-O Joe in the chat. What's up, Larry? You got an? Oh, someone's calling. Oh, it's Bree. Let's go. How's it going, Bree?
Embarrassed. Hi.
Embarrassed. Is that for the screener?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And you caught me. That was embarrassing.
There you go. Starting off right.
Yeah, mine's not too bad, but I got in like the millionth fight with my boyfriend. And I get on the bus. I'm like so upset. Everybody just saw us fighting outside the bus. And I'm like, I'm getting off this bus. Like, I can't be around these people that just saw me act like so upset. So I decided off at like the first stop in my neighborhood, and I'm in such a hurry. I stand up like as she's stopping. I go flying down the middle aisle.
Oh, fuck.
And she's like, "Hey, don't stand up until the bus is stopped." And I'm like, okay, so not only see that, but now she just made an announcement.
Damn.
I did not think I lived that far. It took me so long to get home. So I fall down and now I gotta travel so far. I was not expecting that.
That's
So
why.
that's
Yeah,
the
it's
worst I could think of,
the
really.
bus driver's first instinct is always to just yell. It's kind of like a parent that's not paying attention. They're just like, "Hey, sit down." As soon as they see somebody in the aisle, they're like,
Right.
"Get out of the aisle!" Like they don't know what's happening. It takes like something to literally be on fire or like a fight to be like 30 seconds in for them to be like, "Oh shit, something's going on." Like
Oh my god.
it's always some shit like that.
I can imagine driving a big old bus like that, and then you're in charge of all these awful kids.
Oh yeah, they have
Oh,
a
yeah,
they
it's
have
probably
a
tough job.
tireless job for sure.
Oh yeah. So I could be a bus driver if I wanted. I know someone that does it. It's not hard to get in.
There you go. You could kick them right out of the aisle yourself now.
Now I'll embarrass them.
Well, there you go. If you wouldn't embarrass kids like that, then you're learning. I would say that's good.
Yeah. All right, Judge.
Thanks for calling, Bree. Pretty good. Yo, wild shit used to happen on the bus. The back of the bus was basically like like a demilitarized zone. Like the bus driver couldn't see it. He's dealing with the people up front that are also acting bad. We were smoking weed back there one time. One time somebody was just lighting matches and throwing them out the window, and the bus driver came back hella mad 'cause he was like, "I need to know if you guys are fucking around or if the bus is on fire. I don't know. I don't know what's happening." Picture me like Chris Farley and Billy Madison. Perfect. Me, her, and a friend of mine got it on. No, but could you imagine? Several HJs in the back of the bus. Yeah. I never actually had like sexual touchings in the back of the bus, but there was like heavy flirting going on with some girls on the bus, ugly ones too. Like this is when nobody was talking to me, so I was all for it. I was as happy as could be. Huh. Oh, a little piece of weed right to the back of my throat. I wasn't in like, it took years to make it to the full back of the bus for me. As soon as I could, I got to like the 5th and 6th seat in the bus, like the back 4 seats. That's back of the bus. That's where the cool kids sit. And I was like 1 seat out of there. I figure like it was as like close as I was getting. And then the cool kids that sat there would really talk shit to me. And it really was really actually kind of not that great, but then they accepted me. Eventually, then we were all back there chilling. So you just got to hang in there. Then here's the thing about getting bullied. Sometimes you just got to ride it out. Like that dude actually wants to be your friend. He's just trying to see how you're going to react to him being mean to you for the like 6 weeks. So terrible advice. Terrible advice. Back of the bus, 3rd grade till I started high school. What happened after that? You fell off? One time I was in like a full-on argument with this girl. It's the same girl I got in trouble with in the other story, but we're in like a full-on argument. This is like a couple months after this shit happened. And it's like during fifth period, like it's during class. I was texting her and I was like, hey, meet me outside the science wing or whatever. We're having like a full-on argument out there. I am fucking tearing up, bro. Like I was, from the time I was like 12 till I was like 25, if I got mad or upset at all, crying, talking through tears. So like we're out and like outside, right outside some classrooms. I'm like fucking crying. We're having like an audible argument. It's quiet as shit. The whole school is in class. The security guard is like, what is going on? I'm like, he's helping me. My grandpa just died, like on the spot. A terrible lie. Also shameful because I was so embarrassed, dog, to get caught. I was embarrassed. I was already embarrassed. I was crying. I was embarrassed that all this shit was happening with this girl. Then to get caught by the security guard, bro, on top of all that. Oh, getting caught, I can confirm, getting caught with tears in your eyes, 100% worse than getting caught with your pants down. Way worse. Way worse. Oh, Johnny's calling back.
It's Johnny again. And
How's it going, dude? Thanks for calling back. I caught you right in the middle of the screener, but.
All right, bet you just brought a core memory out, and I had to get it out, man. I had to release it because this one is embarrassing for me. So I was in the 6th grade, and I was a devious little fucking kid, bro. Like, I was a little thief. Like, I would steal shit from Walmart all the time, and I would just steal. Like, I had sticky fingers, bro. So I just had a long day at school for some fucking reason. I think I got detention for the first time, actually, and I was pissed the fuck off, and I missed the bus home, so I had to walk home from fucking school, and my house was like literally 5.5 miles away from the fucking school, and I was like, dude, fuck this shit. So I walked over by the bike rack, and I fucking stole this tiny ass bike with like half tires. I didn't even fucking want it, but it was just this stubborn part of me that like refused to walk home. I was like, no, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm not walking home. I'm finding finding wheels, bro. I only rode this bike like a quarter of the way home, and then I threw it in a fucking ditch. I didn't even fucking ride it all the way home. And then, dude, it was on a Friday, man. I get back to school the following Monday, and it was like in mid-January. I had just gotten a brand new bike at my house, but I didn't ride that back and forth to school because I rode the bus. And I had gotten back to school on Monday, and the principal called me into the fucking office, and I was like, fuck, bro, they got me, bro. They got me stealing that shitty little bike, and I had to pay like $20 or something, right? Bro, it belonged to like the kid that was like on the spectrum, but they couldn't prove it, so he was still in regular classes. But like the anime kid.
Back in the day,
and,
we didn't.
Oh my god.
We didn't know what autism was back in the day, so like there was no classifications.
Yeah, we couldn't really diagnose it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right all the time and had good test scores, so you just dealt with it. And it was the anime kid. He was this little fucking. He was like from Africa too, bro. So it's like I felt so fucking bad when I found out it was him because like he was our like mascot basically, but everybody loved him type shit. You know what I mean? Like nobody made fun of him. You know what I'm saying? Like. We were always included him and shit. And we were like, yeah, man, we fucking love you. And I had another kid like that in high school, and we actually voted him fucking freshman court king, man. That shit was awesome. Halfway, I think it started as a joke, but then it just carried steam, bro. And popular girls got hold of it. But that's a different story for a different day. But anyway, so I felt so bad that it was him. And my principal was like, you know that's his fucking bike, basically. And I was like, God damn it. He's like, what are you going to do about it, bro? And I was like, I have no idea what to do about it. He's like, well, you stole his bike. Go get it back. And so I literally, like, in the middle of the fucking school day, he let me leave the school, and I walked over to the ditch where I threw it, and that was gone, bro.
Oh,
And I was like,
of course.
oh, what the fuck? Somebody else stole my pickings, man. Like, I was mad at Jack got Jack, man.
The food chain.
So I walked back to the school, wasted like a whole 45 fucking minutes in the day, come back. Chris was like, where's the fucking bike? And I was like, I have no idea, dude. And he was like, well, we're going to have to figure something out. Guy calls my mom, and my mom answers the phone. And she's like, well, coincidentally, Johnny just got a brand new bike for Christmas. So we think we'll let that kid have his brand new bike. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I wasn't completely pressed because I still had my old bike. So I was like, bro, I still got a bike. So, it's my comeuppance. I deserve it. I deserve to give it up. You know what I mean? So, like, I was half and half on the issue. And I was like, I think that's the right thing to do. And then the principal's bitch ass was like, yeah, you know what? And we're going to do 3 days of ISS. And I was like, oh, what a fucking, I'm giving up a brand new
God damn it.
bike.
This shit all sorted itself out. Now you got to throw me in detention too.
Yeah, fucking bitch made ass.
In-school
Oh,
suspension
man.
is way worse than regular suspension. They
Dude,
know
prison.
what they're doing. They
Prison.
make you come to school.
In glass prison, bro. You're in a glass box, bro, for everybody to look at you in trouble and point, and then you walk through the fucking cafeteria like a prisoner, and you get the cold food because you get the last of the fucking food, and everybody stares at you. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. That shit should be outlawed. Anyway.
They did
yeah,
get rid
dude,
of it
and
in California, I think.
You want to hear the cherry on the top of this, motherfucker? The cherry on top of the karma was that 2 weeks after that, my fucking bike got stolen.
God damn it. Karma's not real, but that shit did come full circle on you for sure. And it honestly
Yeah, it
sounds like you've been
definitely is,
punished
yeah.
enough 2 or 3 times over. So far be it for me to lay anything additional on that. Time served.
What? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, such relief.
Well, I'm glad you remembered that, man. Thanks for calling.
Me too. Appreciate that.
See ya. Yeah, in school suspension it was like, I loved ISS, spent a shit ton of time there. Hey, Becca, thanks for popping in. Nice. Got the squirts real bad in the 5th grade and shit myself. I was teased so bad I had to switch schools. Fuck. Teased so bad I had to switch schools. That means it was obviously very bad. It means your parents were pretty cool and they looked out for you to help you out with that. That fucking sucks. God damn. Oh, I got Drew on hold. Sorry about that, bro. Oh, shit. Okay. Whew. Thought I just fucked my show up. Hey, Drew. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, too.
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
No problem. Going good, man. Fucking so I couldn't think of an embarrassing school story, but I did think of an embarrassing story like had to do with getting caught jacking off.
Oh, man.
All right, so I'm a junior in high school, probably about 16 or 17, and whatever. It's evening time. I'm sitting in my fucking room, decide to fucking jack off. I guess I just didn't think this time to lock my fucking door because halfway through it, fucking bust my mom with fucking laundry in her arms. So I fucking grab the blanket and I fucking jump off the other edge of the bed where she can't fucking see me. I'm watching porn on a fucking PlayStation 2, so I'm fumbling with the controller trying to fucking pause it and shit. I couldn't fucking do it. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to jack off, Mom. Do you fucking mind?
Oh,
She's like, oh my fucking God. She fucking threw the basket down, closed the door. I mean, I finished.
Oh, man.
I wasn't about to lose it. I was like, damn, I just went through all that. Damn right. I'm fucking locking the door. I know she's not coming back in now.
I guess that was the only time you really knew you were safe. You knew she wasn't coming back for sure.
Yeah, right? How much worse could it get now?
In the chat, they said, needless to say, not your proudest tug. Damn.
No.
That's pretty rough, bro. Because now, Do you ever think that whenever your mom sees you, that's the time she thinks about? Like that's the first thing she thinks when she sees you? I'm sure it's not, but do you ever
I
feel
mean,
like that?
I mean, I really hope not. Like, I've lived with her on and off, like, you know, a few years ago. And fucking, I used to, you know, like, close my door and lock my door and, like, yeah, to jack off and shit. And I'm like, I wonder if she knows.
She's fucking, meanwhile, she's in the laundry room like, he's at it again. What?
Like, open, close, open, close, open, close all fucking day.
All right. Thanks for calling, bro. That was a good one.
All right, no problem, man. Here.
What's remarkable is he said he didn't think he had a story for this. So that wasn't even embarrassing enough to be like, oh, right away, that was one of my most embarrassing memories. And to finish too, oh, I've never been caught masturbating. And that is because when I am masturbating, the fear of getting caught is equal to the desire to finish. Like I am as scared as I am excited. So I am ready to shut this shit down at any second and just be mad for the next however long. Like that's a price I'm willing to pay. Like that's the gamble I'm taking. And I fucking have a large family I live in this house with, my wife, my 3 kids. So masturbating is a fucking minefield and I still have never gotten caught. So I'm going to knock on wood on that one. I hope to never be caught, but I so far so good. I caught you several times. What are you talking about? Yeah, but I guess that, I'm going to turn very red on this stream. This is going to be my embarrassing story as my wife just busted me out in the chat. Yeah, I guess you have caught me several times. That's fair. I just lied in my own court. You caught me in a clean lie. Not really much to do about that. Tasha, do you have an embarrassing story? You can call in. You don't have to though. You can call in and give a fake name. Tits McGee, a popular. It's crazy that like we're still quoting Anchorman. Like was 18 years ago Anchorman came out. It's still like quick to be what I'm talking about. Ooh. Oh shit, it's Becca. Let's go. All right. Buckle up. What's up, Becca? Thanks for calling.
What's up? I have a couple of these, but I'm just gonna tell one because my fucking whole my whole school life was very embarrassing. Okay, so like I have a drug problem, you know, and it started like when I was like really young, and so like in middle school I used to drink a lot of Robitussin. It was like one of the first.
Everybody starts
one
somewhere.
of the first things I ever. One of the first things I ever like messed with, and I would do it a lot like during school, and I would get really sick. And one day I decided it was a good idea to do it before gym class, and so I drank a whole bottle of fucking Robitussin. And I'm in gym class. We're doing like the warm, like in the beginning you do like sit-ups, whatever, and then you run. Well, I've been going slow as fuck because like I'm just like waiting for this shit to kick in. I know it's about to, and I'm fucking doing sit-ups. And I'm like, oh shit. I get up, and the gym teacher, she's like this big fucking fat bald dude. And he's like, sit down. I'm like, no. I started to walk to the trash can, and he's yelling at me to come sit back down. So I did. I went back and sat down, and I just vomited fucking everywhere, dude. Just vomit all over me, all over the fucking gym floor. I was like, he wanted me to sit down so bad, I just did it. And dude, everybody in my school already fucking hated me. And like they were very mean to me, and so like everybody just bust out fucking laughing at me. And like at the time I wasn't embarrassed, but like now everybody knows I'm doing something before gym class, and I'm just fucking throwing up fucking red fucking Robitussin all everywhere. I was so fucking embarrassed. Like
this exact
story it was like a
to-
delayed embarrassment.
This exact story happened to Tony Soprano's son on The Sopranos. They stole wine from the Catholic school and they got drunk, and then they all threw up in gym class, or one of them threw up in gym class, and they all got caught.
Oh no.
remarkable.
Wait, really?
Do you think it's
Well, at least it wasn't.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. This
At
was
least
funny.
it wasn't Robitussin.
At least it was wine and not Robitussin.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, do you think it means anything that you started out drinking Robitussin and like within a few years after that, you were someone they would absolutely not sell Robitussin to in the store? Like they have those policies in place for you specifically as a child and as an adult.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty funny. I mean, I used to do it really bad, dude. I'd be like in fucking class, like just completely out of it, fucking tripping out of my mind, or like, and I would get sick so fucking often, but like nobody ever saw it until I was in gym class, fucking throwing up because I don't know why I did that. It was like people made fun of me forever about that. Like I ended up getting expelled from all the schools I ever went to, so it wasn't like a big deal. But like there was a long period of time where people were just making fun of me about like puking, because they were like, "Were you throwing up blood?" Like, totally, yeah.
I wish
no.
it was blood. Fantastic, man.
Yeah, that's one of.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. But you know what? Like when you dance with the cough medicine devil, anything can happen.
I think that was like that should have been a wake-up call to me, like every other fucking story.
No, I was gonna say the opposite. I was gonna say that was probably good drug experience for you as like a later drug user to be like, all right, now I know like this means I'm about to feel sick. This means it's going bad. Like, you know what I mean? When you start doing drugs, you're like, a big part of it is you're like, I feel bad, but let's ride this out. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
you picked up pretty early, like right there, like right at the beginning. That's great. Thank you so much for calling back.
I should have just started. Oh yeah.
3 for 3.
I'll probably call again. I got one more story, so I'll probably call again in a little bit.
All right, perfect. I'll talk to you in a bit.
All right. Later.
Yo, she just touched on something really brutal. I also have thrown up at school twice. So in class, at my desk, thrown up twice. So the first time was in the 3rd grade. I threw up. And we had like a pretty shitty, we had one janitor at my school. I went to like a really small school. And I throw up at my desk. And it's like right before break. Some kind of break. Easter, winter. Back in the day, you used to get like 2 weeks off for spring break. So I fucking throw up. It's like a day or two before break. I don't go back to school before break. We come back. It's like 2 weeks later. I go sit at my desk. It fucking smells like puke, bro. It stinks. I'm like, what are we gonna do? I look in, like the little slot where they put your, like you could put your crayons and shit on the inside is just like everything solid. It's just like a little layer with some puke in it. Like nobody really did a good job cleaning besides the top of the shit. Terrible. Nobody was like making fun of me, but inside, like right as soon as I came back, like I was dying. It was already bad enough I threw up at school. And the second time I threw up at school, I was in 7th grade English. And I sat behind this girl that I had a huge crush on. And she was also super hot. And she stayed super hot. So it never got any easier. So like, my school was right next to this coffee shop, a non-chain coffee shop in the town we lived in. And after they put in a drive-through, my mom and me were getting coffees like every day. I never drank coffee, and I was already eating not a good diet probably. So to introduce like a medium to large white mocha into the stomach of a 13-year-old at like 9 in the morning, disastrous. Like, just bubble guts all the time. Like, first of all, I didn't even know that coffee made you shit at the time. I just knew it made me feel bad, but it was also so tasty that like I wanted to drink it. I'm sitting behind this girl and I okay, this is not at all important to the story, but it is true. So I'm going to say it. I'm wearing a full Allen Iverson brand breakaway warm-up suit, sweatshirt, like windbreaker style sweatshirt, pull away pants, full Allen Iverson brand shit. Looked ridiculous, but that's what And so like I'm sitting at the desk and I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling good. Here's the thing. For like years, when you're a kid, when you're feeling like you're gonna throw up, your instinct is to try not to throw up. Why? Why do we try that? So I'm like sitting at my desk fighting for my life, trying not to throw up. And then it just happened. And another thing that kids do that adults don't do because it's stupid is I tried to cover my mouth while I was vomiting, which literally just makes like a puke squirt gun. It's like the worst thing you could do when you're it's like putting your finger or your thumb in the hose. Like it's gonna shoot vomit everywhere. So I'm throwing up. Like I didn't throw up on this girl, thank God, but it was still in such close proximity. She was right in the desk in front of me, so still front row seat. It smells like fucking white mocha. Like it smells like coffee. The whole room smells like coffee. It does smell like puke, but it also is like mostly smells like coffee. And I swear to God, bro, I didn't think I was gonna go back to school. And I threw up at school, so like I played that out for a few days, but like you had to go back. That was not a good feeling. I have another super embarrassing story, not from school. Let's go, Becca. My boy was in the Will Ferrell outfit. Yo, you used to get these outfits at the shoe stores at the mall. I didn't have like anybody cool older than me. Like I went to a school in the country. So when I was trying to wear different shit, like I had no mentor really, like MTV, and they weren't wearing that shit on there really, but man, I haven't thought about those in a while. I got to tell you, I've told a lot of personal traumatic stories on this stream, a lot more than I anticipated. All right, let's read one from Bree in the chat. In elementary school, I set my backpack in juice at home and didn't notice, and ants were crawling out of my backpack all over my desk before I could notice. I now have a fear of bugs crawling out of my backpack in college. Yo, that's scary. That is scary. I think this is Becca calling back right here. Hello.
Hello. I have another story. This one is not school related though.
Okay.
Okay, so this is so fucking embarrassing. Okay, so I'm like 14 or something like that, and I might even been younger than that, and I hadn't really like been into alcohol. I drank fucking other stuff like Robitussin or whatever, but never like got into alcohol. And so I decided to go to this fucking party with one of my friends, and all my friends were like way older than I was growing up, and so like their parents were like buying them alcohol and stuff. And they decided to get a big fucking bottle of like UV blue.
Oh.
Like, ugh. Even just fucking thinking about it makes my chest. Okay, anyway, so we started drinking. Somebody else had brought over a bottle of something else, and I'm like, oh, I just want this fucking blue shit. You know, it looks way better. You know, I'm like a kid, so anyway. So I'm drinking, and we ended up drinking the entire bottle, and it wasn't just like a small bottle. It was a fucking giant, like one of the big ass fucking bottles.
The
you know
handle of UV blue used to be like $17.99, and like 3 of you could get the money together, and everyone could get wasted. Like it was a dangerous thing.
So they were encouraging me to drink more, and so I was just drinking, and they're smoking pot, you know, drinking too, and they're all fucking laughing at me, and I didn't know it at the time that they were like intentionally getting me way drunker than I should have been.
Oh no.
And so like I ended up fucking like having sex with one of these dudes, and then like I'm just like puking everywhere and just throwing up on him, which is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. But then okay, so they come to give me fucking water the next day, and I'm like, I'm about to get sick again, and we're like in the basement of my friend's house, and I get up and I don't even notice I have a pair of boxers on backwards. And I'm going up the stairs, and I'm like crawling, and everybody is just looking at me, and I have no idea what's going on. And I'm just trying to get to the bathroom to puke, and somebody else is in the bathroom puking already, and so I'm just like out the door, like. Finally, I get in and I fucking throw up. But there's somebody in the shower also throwing up, and dude, it was just very gross. It was a bit. we were very stupid, and then later they're like, "So how did you feel?" I looked at the bottle of fucking UV is gone. They're trying to get ibuprofen, but I can't keep anything down. I should have just stopped drinking after that, because now I have an alcohol problem.
Oh, fuck. That was, your stories are always on the more intense side, but that one was a little bit dark, and now I'm sad. No, I'm just.
What? It wasn't that bad.
No, it's fine.
It's over now.
It's fine. I'm glad.
I had awful friends. We'll say that.
Yo, UV Blue has been the start of a countless amount of stories like that. I'm sure that's. Do they even still make it? Do they make UV still?
Yeah, dude. I just seen it on the shelf the other day. Yeah.
That's
just like the thought of it makes me want to fucking puke, because what the fuck? Like, who just willingly was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking drink some UV Blue? Like, no. But that shit fuck away. Yeah, that's like my trauma liquor. I can't even think or drink, or if I smelled that, I would probably throw up, to be honest.
It's funny that
like, everybody's got one. That's definitely mine.
The type and the taste of alcohol is more traumatic to you than the incident.
Yeah, I've had way more traumatizing shit happen like that. That's funny to me now at this point. Like,
goodness, thank you for calling. That is embarrassing.
Hell yeah.
It's mostly embarrassing
Yeah, that
for
was
them
very
too.
embarrassing.
It's bad for everybody involved. It's not a
Yeah,
good look.
seriously. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, you don't be embarrassed. That's not your fault. You're a child. Kids
Okay,
can only
that's your
drink so
rule.
much,
Yeah. And the UV Blue was like, so there's so much sugar in that shit. Like,
Absolutely.
I was bound to get
Make
sick.
you very sick. Corey, thanks for
Alright,
calling
man.
back.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.
He has lived a life, bro. We lived through her on this. Drew said alcohol problem isn't that big of a problem. I mean, she used to smoke drugs, so if she's just drinking now, like, not the best, but it's not the worst. Like, could be worse. Ooh. Someone who called a couple weeks ago is calling. That's what's up. I'm going to let it screen. I've picked up the phone while people were trying to talk to the screener at least 5 times today, and I'm going to let it screen. Sasha. All right. Welcome. Thanks for calling Judge Meatball's Court. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, or I will call you a silly little goose?
That's perfectly fine.
Oh my God, it's Tasha. Okay.
It is. This is a really quick one. This is the most embarrassing thing that I can think of at the moment, is when I was like in 4th grade-ish. I don't know what age that is, but I remember that's around 4th, 5th grade.
10.
My family and I went to Reno, and we went to like a casino, and the casino was in like a downstairs area with the top part was like a lounge area. So me and my sister were going down towards the casino, my older sister, and I was like, I have a great idea. I was like, you go on the escalator going down, and I'll go on the stairs, and we'll race. And so we say 1, 2, 3, go, and I start fucking running down these stairs. About a quarter of the way down, I misstep, and it's a lot of stairs. And it's carpeted. I start like tumbling down the stairs. My shoe flies off in a different direction. And I got so fucked up. My whole abdomen, the whole side of my abdomen was all bruised and fucked up. I was so embarrassed. It was very embarrassing. It was in front of a ton of people.
Not only is that embarrassing, but it also seems kind of dangerous. Like, taking this,
Oh,
you can
yeah,
die going down
for
the
sure.
stairs.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, well, I hope you feel better talking about it right now. Who won the race,
I know.
though?
It's like it's happening all over again. Obviously, I won. I fell down faster than she could have taken the escalator.
Well, there you go. Faster
And that's
than a
what really
robot.
matters.
There's something to be proud of. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Fantastic. She's married to me, and that's the most embarrassing story she has. I think I already told the story where I drank all that proper 12 at her friend's house and then broke their dining room chair and threw up all over their bathroom and then left with all my kids. I didn't drive, but I think I already told that story, so I won't tell it again, but that was probably pretty embarrassing for her. I've embarrassed her many times. I'm surprised that wasn't her call. Great auntie meatball, absolutely. I did the same thing at Cowboy Stadium, drunk as fuck, but I made it all the way, and I'm super tired. Gotta run, guys. Have a great night. Thanks, Kooky Monster. Thanks for watching the stream. Have a good one. Yo, I actually one time, this was pretty embarrassing. Only a couple people saw, but I was waiting outside the gate in my parents' apartment. I was probably like 24, and it wasn't opening. Nobody was opening it. There was like a side gate that you could walk through, and it was probably like it had a part that went up extra high so people wouldn't go over it. I fucking put my foot on the door latch, door handle. It wasn't a knob. A knob's not the right word. So I stood on this shit. I swing my other leg over. I'm like getting over it. I'm also like as big as I am now, like fucking huge. So like I'm climbing this shit. My homie's watching me. He's like, holy shit. I'm like surprised it's all going good. And then as I swing my way over to put my foot on the other doorknob, I noticed that this shit, I not noticed, but I find out like this shit was not, it was either not closed or my weight from the first part opened it or coming down on it now has opened it. And this shit swings open. I fucking fall like from at least 7 feet straight on my back on the cement. I like tucked my chin so I don't blast my head, but I'm like fucking like, oh, my homie is fucking, it was the dude who was drunk on stream with me. He's fucking howling, bro. And it is funny, like I'm laughing too, but it also hurts so bad, dog. I was fucked up for like 3 or 4 days minimum. Bro, like a base thing about being embarrassed is I'm so scared of feeling embarrassed that I don't get upset with people when I'm mad. I when I'm mad at someone, like in like an out in the world scenario, or even someone I know, when I'm upset, I will not get mad. Like I will not express how upset I am because I'm scared that I'll find out halfway through being mad that I'm wrong. And that's such a shitty, embarrassing feeling that like I will just avoid the conflict. Like I don't want to get mad and then be wrong. Like that's worse than being wrong because now I'm stupid too. Your back has never been the same. My back really hasn't been the same since I fell off that shit. She's not wrong. Not wrong. I gotta find a better spot for this mic where it's not blocking my tie because the tie is half my outfit. I did get the wig for international callers. So if someone that's not in America can throw a 1 in front of this number and call in 1-540-583-4464. I have a judge's wig for European callers or wherever, really. I'm pretty sure they wear a wig in almost every court besides America because those fucking damn British bastards. So yeah, if you guys want to see me wear a silly judge wig, please call in. Shout out to Mig, called in from New Zealand. Shout out to ESAF, they called in from Quebec. So we've had a couple international callers, so I'm ready. Or if someone wants to fake an accent, go for it. I won't be tricked. I can see what number you're calling from, and I know all the area codes. If you make a video and there's a bird making a sound in the video, I know where you live because I know every bird and I know every bird sound. Me was head boy at his school in the UK. Oh, no way. You got a UK roommate? That's fantastic. That sounds cool. I bet you they're an above average roommate. I don't know why. Feels better than an American roommate. Phone line is completely open if you want to call in and tell me an embarrassing story. 540-583-4464. That is 540 judging. Man, I feel like I can think of more. I feel like it's exactly like the dude who called and said he couldn't remember what the initial embarrassing incident was. Like some things are so embarrassing you don't even think about it again until like something catches it, and then you feel bad about it all over again. Feels like shit. This wasn't embarrassing at the time. I actually thought it was really dope at the time, but it's embarrassing to think about now. But in like the 3rd grade, I lip synced All Star by Smash Mouth at the school talent show. And it was so embarrassing to do during the daytime performance when all the school was there that I didn't come back and perform it in the evening show when the parents could come, because I was like, yeah, we don't need to do that again. I'm good on that. But I did still go back to the one after, because I noticed during the school performance of the talent show that there was a bunch of girls in the grade above me singing that If You Want to Be My Lover song by the Spice Girls. And I fucking love that song. And it was a great performance. And so I wanted to go back and see it. So even though I chickened out of performing again, I still showed up. Pretty good. Pretty good. Also, yeah, again, it wasn't really that embarrassing now. It just felt kind of, I guess I was embarrassed, but I didn't realize it at the time. It just didn't feel good. And I was like, I'm good on that. Let's not do that one. Judge, what is your opinion on the show Ghost Adventures? I've never watched it. Is it about ghosts? I want to do an episode about ghosts, but like just people getting ghosted or ghosting, but like it has to still be, that's not like a really great story category unless like your husband ghosts you, or you know what I mean? Like it has to be like a ghosting after an event for somebody getting ghosted to be a good episode story. I don't know if it's a strong enough topic to be an episode, but all right, guess what? I'm going to start winding this episode down if no one's going to call. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Great Friday night episode. We got some good calls in. We did hear a couple crazy things, I got to tell you. Pretty good. I shared so many more traumatic events from my life than I anticipated. I'm going to probably go and cry after this. But, no, you did have a good story, Becca. I didn't mean to make it sound like it scared me. I just felt bad. Monday, if you want to get on the Discord and pick a topic, I have the Discord at the link in my Twitch. I could drop the Discord on Facebook later for anybody that wants to join the Discord, just a topic. I would love for people to pick a topic for Monday. Tired of picking the topics. Also, I have more episodes, but I also really wouldn't mind going back and redoing some of these episodes we do, because we'll get more callers. So yeah, if you ever want to call on an old topic too, that's always good. So Monday night, 7 p.m., Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, we are going to be live here in court. And for now, I'm just going to say that court is adjourned, I guess.